Chapter 2. As I sit in the leather chair that's probably more expensive than anything I have ever owned in my life, because I was never brought up in a rich family. We were always just making it. There was a couple times around Christmas when I was 11 and 12 where we went without meals a couple times. That's when I remember. My stomach is growling because I was punished at the orphanage for no food for 3 days for my behavior. My head is spinning with millions of questions. How is Madame Beau still alive? Violet likes me now and she kissed me? Am I doing this just because I want revenge for my sister? There's more to it, and I just don't know. I break down crying because I don't know what to do. Then I remember I can't cry. I can't. I gotta look good for the cameras. I can't look weak. I fix up my gothic makeup and I look around the room. There's a lot of artifacts, books, pictures, and then there's a camera watching me. I look at the camera and I give a smug face. I stick out my tongue just to be spiteful. A peacekeeper comes in. "Don't do that," he says, "or you'll be punished." I sit back down and I wait. I mock him when he closes the door. "Don't do that. Ugh." And I just sit there and I giggle at my own joke. I look back and I think to myself, if I die, at least I want to die putting on a show. I keep seeing the shadows and the whispers of ghosts telling me that I made a mistake. I tell the ghosts to be quiet and to mind their business. I forgot to mention, I can talk to ghosts. When I was little, I remember this memory when I was 7. My mom didn't let me watch the Hunger Games yet, so she would watch it in the living room. I would be playing in my room, and I made this ghost friend named Amelia. Amelia was French, I believe, because I read a book about what the world was like when it was normal before the first uprising 156 years ago, which was crazy. There was countries. There was this country named France. There was people around. Panam has no contact with the outside world. What if we're the only humans left alive on this planet? What if there's more out there? I think to myself, there has to be. Why don't they contact us and why don't we contact them? But then I push those thoughts away. I got to be thinking about how am I going to survive the next few weeks. They made the process of the Hunger Games longer. 17 years ago, they added more events to before the Hunger Games. Before, it used to just be interviews, training, and the tribute parade. They added more stuff now. They added a talent show. They added a talk show. They added everything. They added a lot of new stuff now before the games. They make it a whole 3 weeks before the Hunger Games. It's really weird, honestly. I remember last year, the female tribute from District 7 for the talent show, all she did was strip butt naked and danced around like a lunatic. The Capitol didn't take that lightly. They made her whole time in the Hunger Games horrible. I think her name was Sylvia. Or Lucia. I can't remember. All I know is she was nuts. Like, not the level I am, but higher. She wouldn't talk. She was mute. She had a traumatic... I remember I had class of her 3 years ago. She was in my math class. She was in a school fight before with this one girl named Paisley. And Paisley hit the girl's head so hard that she formed a serious brain trauma. She went insane. I remember they sent her to the special side of the school. That's where all the crazies go. I was there for a bit, so I know what they're talking about. Yeah, the girl from last year was crazy. She stripped butt down naked and danced around the stage like a lunatic. I remember she lasted about till the final 7, and then she just died. I think the career pack found her. She had 2 kills, I remember, last year. She set one boy on fire, and the other one she drowned as she was singing, "Row, row, row your boat." She was psychotic as hell. I bet mentor. I think her name is Jamie Mason. She's related to Joanna Mason, who was a previous victor for our district. I bet you she had her hands full. I wonder if they're going to give us a male mentor. I don't know. We might just have one. They really don't care about the outer districts. We're not treated as bad, though, as districts 12, 11, and 10 I heard from other stories. I'm just getting lost in these trains of thought. I look at the clock above. 10 more minutes until we'll board the plane. It's a drive to the plane, though. What am I saying, plane? 1 year, instead of doing the bullet train, they did a plane. But that was for a quarter quell, I believe. Yes, because I had to do a paper about last quarter quell's winner, which was from District 9. His name was Amy. I know, for a boy named Amy. Are you serious? He was the mayor's son from District 9. He won by electrocuting everybody. He was heavily allianced with District 3 in his games. I remember 2 girls from my class did a page about Finnick O'Dare from District 4. And another girl next to me, I was friends with her for a bit. I forget her name. She did the tribute from the 115th games. He was from District 1. His name was Ruben. He had a natural talent of speaking to animals. He would seduce the mutts so they wouldn't attack him. I mean, subdue. Silly me. The voices are keep coming back in my head, fogging up my thinking process of last victors. And it's a constant struggle. I had about 5 therapists before, but they all were scared because they thought I was uncurable. One time I talked to this fake psychic who says demons are following me and that I have incredible powers. I didn't buy that shit, but maybe she's right, maybe she's not. I don't know. 8 more minutes until they come collect me. I wonder what transportation they're going to use this year to get us to the Capitol.